on it. All right.
Oh, all right, go back. Probably hear music in the background. Whoa, hold on. We'll get feedback from one microphone. Let's make sure this stuff is good.
No working? Did you mess it up again?
Hold up.
Mark has messed up the actual audio feed. So for those of you watching live, you get to see all this. All right. Is it good?
No.
You remember what you did last time?
Yeah.
You checking that?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Did you fix it?
No.
Are we good?
Because now something good is happening.
Alright, you guys are just gonna sit and watch for a few minutes while I make fun of Mark.
What do you got? Lay it on me.
I got nothing.
Lay it on me.
But it is an important day today, Mark.
Festivus.
Today is Festivus. Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus. I actually have a Festivus shirt. I'm not wearing it, it's at home. So happy Festivus.
I'm gonna see how long you just go on your own.
Yeah. We've actually been recording for a while. We do have people live. I wonder.
Who we got? Who we got?
Tina, I'm getting my hair did. When do y'all start the feats of strength? Feats of strength start in 1 hour. We're going to do it at the 57-minute mark. Is this working now? Mark is still working on the microphones. That workout today looked fun. I'm disappointed I did not make it in time for it.
Can you tap your mic?
No? Shut up and wrestle, Mark. Festivus is not over until you pin me, Mark.
Tap that.
No? Come on, man.
Tap it. Testing. Go ahead, talk.
Is that good? Is that
Yeah, I did it. I'm a genius, dude. You know what would have been even more genius? Not messing it up in the first place.
Yeah, I don't even know what you were thinking. We're already late getting started. Plus, I think we are limited on our time.
Why?
Well, for 2 reasons. One, I don't know what the capacity of our podcast subscription is. I think we've got like 2 hours and 3 minutes or something total. Not that we're going to go over that today, but then I got to be out of here at 11:30. So
2 hour, 1 minute. Okay, so we got an hour and 2 minutes.
So happy Festivus. Mark is alive. Mark is here now.
Happy Festivus.
So we're good?
I fixed the microphones.
We have a couple of sponsors today that I want to make sure to shout out. Number one is the special edition Quinn's 6th birthday party water.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Nice.
Official label.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Okay, Quinn's 6th birthday party. That's a sponsor. Number two, Two Brain Business. This hoodie that I have, this is a sponsor of our podcast today. And then one of my favorite sponsors ever is Oakley sunglasses.
Nice.
And that's all the sponsors we have today.
Should I get to name mine?
Yeti.
Strict Press Media.
Okay.
This gym.
This gym, you need a new
CrossFit
sticker.
for Glory. Yeah, this is an old gym that doesn't exist anymore. We actually took over their space and called ourselves Coaching for Glory.
It's the bizarro world.
Yeah. Chiquita Banana.
Okay. Oh, bananas are a good sponsor to have. Hey, speaking of Strict Press Media, Rob had surgery, so big shout out to Rob. We have been,
That's what he says.
Yeah, I got pictures actually.
Okay.
So shout out to him. I know he's feeling better. We've been in touch. Happy to hear that he's on the road to recovery already.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got sponsors out of the way.
No, we are also sponsored by On It.
Okay, On It. We're on it.
We're on it.
All right, we need to save some sponsors for next time because we might not have them. All right. So Festivus sponsors, good. Christmas schedule. Today is Wednesday, Festivus, the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this goes live maybe to everybody else. It'll probably be like Christmas Day. But anyways, we're closed at the gym tomorrow, the 24th, and Christmas the 25th.
Yep.
You are coaching the 26th.
Boom.
And then New Year's schedule next Thursday and Friday we're closed. We always mirror kind of the New Year's and Christmas schedules together. We will be open that following Saturday.
Yep.
We've got diapers and dumbbells coming up. That starts in January. I think Steph has like 4 spots remaining on that. So if you are a expectant mother,
or you are a mother.
or you are a mother, a new mother,
or a mother,
or a mother,
yeah,
and you want to get in on this, I would definitely recommend checking out any of the stuff that we've put out about it. I know Steph just shared a really great video on our social media, hers, and everywhere else. So check that out. Share it if you are not a mother, an expectant mother, or at all, or maybe you're a dad, or maybe you're just somebody who knows mothers, or expectant mothers, or new moms.
Yeah.
Share it with them, because it's not only for members. I mean, there's only so many pregnancies that can be going on at one time. So
you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm at that age now where I'm seeing that from people that
from your
I
friends,
since like middle school. Yeah, like posting like
don't rush it.
Their marriages and pregnancies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know this one girl. She's got like a year and a half year old now, and she's my age. It's like, man, you have a kid at 21. I know we have some listeners that have had kids at 21, and that's no fault to you, but
yeah,
couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah. Okay. Then on the heels of that, we've got our 6-week consistency challenge. That is like the 25th of January that kicks off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really good.
It's going to be a good time. It's I like that it's right in line with one of our values of be consistent. That's if you learn nothing else from us, it's just be consistent.
Be consistent.
Yeah.
We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for consistency.
Perfect is the enemy of done.
Is the enemy of done?
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. And then finally, the Alafaya 5K trail run.
Woo!
Yeah, if you guys are looking just for something different, fun to do, you just want to get out in nature, come and run this race. It is just such a good time.
Yeah.
I hate running. And that's the most fun thing that I've done in 2020 from a fitness standpoint.
And we do it like as a community, and that doesn't mean we necessarily run as one big group, but we're all hanging out because we'll get there early. We'll hang out, warm up together, just kind of, riff back and forth a little bit, and then the race starts, and then we chit chat a little afterwards, and then we head home. So it's fun to do with a group of people, and just like we do with workouts in here, you're cheering on the people crossing the finish line if you finish before them, and so it's a lot of fun. People have shown a lot of interest so far, so now it's just we gotta be on top of them and sign up for it.
So I won a coffee mug last year. They had this like little impromptu trivia. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I heard the guy yell out some question, and I just shouted the answer because I knew it was Michael Jordan. But anyways, I won a coffee mug. So a couple times a week I'll be reminded of my victory, not in the run, but in the trivia.
So if you're good at trivia, you can always just come for that, but you're gonna have to do the run. So you might as well sign up.
Just sign up and do it. It's only 5K. It's just a little over 3 miles. Just do it.
That's it, and it's in the trail, so it's like
it's a good time.
You might as well just go on a hike with us at this 5K.
Exactly. All right, so this is kind of like a little Christmas special episode today.
Like the Star
I'm pretty
Wars
excited.
Christmas special.
The funny part is we do not have any red or green or Christmas
I got pink
on.
I got pink and like a Merlot.
Yeah, but that's not red or green. Christmas colors are classically red and green.
What about blue?
No, not really. I mean, I'm proud that you're wearing the CFG color, but it's not. I almost wore a Santa hat today.
I'm gonna do it on Saturday.
Santa hat?
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Should.
All right.
And the beard.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Haven't seen it.
All right, that's all we need from here, folks. Mark is being replaced on the pot. Have you really not? All the movies that Pam let you watch that were inappropriate for your age growing up, but Die Hard was not one of them.
So, do we have time for a story about this? Because now we're in the meat of it.
Right.
So, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Coach Ed, who was actually on the show a few weeks ago when we did the coffee out there, he says that, yes, Die Hard's a Christmas movie, as well as Lethal Weapon. And here's why. Because I came back and I said, if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, knowing nothing about it, I just like stirring the pot. I said that Spider-Man from 2002 is a Thanksgiving movie. because they have Thanksgiving. They have a Thanksgiving dinner, and it kind of takes place around that time. And he said, no, that movie starts well before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving just happens during the movie.
Okay.
And he said the thing with Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, especially Die Hard, is that it starts, like the movie starts on Christmas Eve
Yes.
and ends on Christmas.
Yes.
So he said that classifies it as a Christmas movie.
Correct.
And I'm like, you can always rely on Ed to just come in there.
It's logic.
Yeah. So.
You gotta be careful with that logic nowadays. That can get you in some trouble.
Yeah, logic and reasoning.
That is a really good point. And I think that there's a lot of... it's been a while since I've seen the movie in its entirety. I always watch, like, if it's on, I'll catch it and I'll watch the rest of it. But there's a lot of Christmas references. There's a lot of music in there. I mean, there's a lot of Christmassy things going on throughout the course of the movie.
That's... Alan Rickman's in that, right? So
Yes.
He's Snape, but he's also Hans Gruber is the name.
Hans. Yes.
So, like, I know too much about the movie to have not seen it.
So, there was this meme that I saw recently that said, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a movie about these people chasing Alan Rickman all over the place. It's really a Harry Potter movie. I guess because he's in Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's...
I've never seen Harry Potter.
None of them?
Any of them.
There's 8.
Yeah. No.
There
It's
you go.
just never appealed to me. Like that, Lord of the Rings.
You gotta get through the first 2 Harry Potter.
See? That's the same argument that people make with, like, what is it? What's that? Oh, Game of Thrones.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just gotta get through the first 2 seasons. I have to give you 48 days of my life getting through this? No. Sorry. One episode, you got one chance to get me in.
So, you like Yellowstone. Yellowstone.
Yellowstone,
Did
yes.
that captivate you immediately?
First one.
Wow, okay.
Yes. Kevin Costner is impeccable in that
He's
show.
been playing a lot of roles lately where he is just...
He's the sheriff. He's the law.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, he's
old
grizzly.
man.
That's
Like,
right.
He was just in this movie Emily and I just saw called Let Him Go, where...
Oh, yeah.
See-
Diane Keaton's in it? Or no, Diane Lane is in it.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I want to, so don't spoil it or you're fired a second time.
It's
The first firing was not seeing Die Hard yet.
It's really good. So I would say to go see that in the theaters, which is funny because they also play opposite each other in...
Jeff Alvin has joined the chat now.
Oh, hey Jeff!
Sorry, go ahead.
They
They
also-
play opposite each other.
In Man of Steel. Like, Diane
Yes.
Lane is Martha Kent, and Kevin Costner is, I don't know Clark Kent's dad's
Dad.
name. But
His name's Dad.
it's Dad. He plays Dad. So I thought that was funny. And so go see that movie. It's really good. But yeah, he's like a grizzly law man.
Yeah.
Minnesota law man.
Yes. Okay, so is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I would say
Okay,
so.
we're saying
Ed,
yes.
Ed had pretty good logic.
Okay, alright, so I'm gonna make a note here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay.
Oh, I just realized I don't have my notes.
So we have a rapid fire. This or that.
Oh, rapid fire. Alright. Do you want me to do this because I wrote it down?
Yeah, so
Okay.
you do it to me first. You ask me all of them, and then I will turn around and ask you.
Okay. You ready? This
Yes.
is rapid fire. Home Alone or Elf?
Home Alone.
Eggnog?
Eggnog.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Candy canes?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay. Gingerbread or sugar cookies?
Sugar cookies.
Travel or stay home?
Doesn't matter.
You have to pick one. This is your last Christmas ever.
Travel. Because I want to see some snow.
Where?
Colorado.
Give gifts or receive gifts? Honestly, would you rather receive a great gift or give a great
Give.
gift? You'd rather give?
Yes.
Because I asked somebody and they were very quick to answer as well, and they said give. And I'm like, come on, be honest.
Yeah.
Give.
I don't. Here's the thing. To pause this. This is gonna deter our rapid fire.
Uh-huh.
I'm an adult. If I want something, I will go and buy it today, right
Right.
now. So I don't care about receiving gifts. And it's not because I'm not grateful. I am for all that. And when you don't allow people to give you gifts, you deny them the opportunity to give. So I do recognize that.
There you
But
go.
personally, I like to give. Now, that's not saying that I am a good gift giver, because anybody that knows me well enough knows that I'm not a good gift giver. But when I do give them, you can be assured that you are getting a good gift.
You are a good gift giver.
Okay. Now,
Favorite Christmas dish?
Favorite Christmas dish? I'm not as quick on my toes about this one. Any kind of Christmas morning breakfast food. It can be anything.
What do you guys do?
Well, we've done a lot of different things throughout the year. So it's like when we're out in Kansas City, like around like Thanksgiving, Christmas-ish time, we try to kind of cram it all in there because we, if anything, get back there once a year. But we'll try to do some, my grandma will make like these big homemade cinnamon rolls or like a breakfast casserole. When we're at my mom's house, we do a breakfast casserole thing. When we're with Mandy's family, we do like a biscuits and gravy. If we're at my house, Mandy, you make all kinds of things too. So it doesn't really even matter. It can be a bowl of Lucky Charms, but there's something about like just a nice Christmas breakfast. Hot cup of coffee. Yeah. Eggnog, which we've already talked about. I've already been through my first carton of eggnog.
There's something different about the day when you're eating breakfast on Christmas morning. It's just like, this is the same thing I always eat, but there's something in there.
Yeah, it's Christmas. It's Christmas morning, man.
Yeah.
That's a quote from Home Alone, by the way. Keep going.
Favorite Christmas movie? Home Alone. Favorite Christmas gift you ever received? We talked about giving and receiving. What's the favorite one you've ever received?
So this is going to sound so cheesy. I have two. One, the first most, or the one that I received the longest time ago, is that the right chronological reasoning? Anyways, is my gift of receiving a fiance. Mandy and I got engaged on Christmas Eve many, many moons ago.
Really?
Yep.
That's a good one.
And then my second one is my daughter. She was born just a week before Christmas.
Nice.
So those would be,
Yeah, you can't.
Coincidentally, they were both gifts given to me by my wife.
Oh, there you go. So she's a good gift giver.
She is actually a really, really good. And not only is she a good gift giver, she's a consistently is good at giving gifts.
She never falters.
No.
I just thought of this one. Favorite Christmas gift you've ever given? Like you're like, I just killed it. I just gifted a Mandy level gift.
Yeah, see,
You don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't think I remember either. I'm like thinking of what I don't know.
Man. I mean, I gave her a ring. Like, that was a pretty good gift.
So the ring.
There you go. Yeah, that was probably the best.
All right. My turn?
Yeah. Home Alone or Elf?
Home Alone.
Eggnog, yes or no?
Coquito.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Candy canes, yes or no?
Sure.
Okay. Gingerbread
if
or sugar cookies?
Sugar cookies.
Travel or stay home?
You know me, stay home. I'm not even like just stay in the area. I mean, I'm stay home in my house.
In this one spot.
In this one spot for 20 hours.
Yeah, that is you.
Yeah.
Give gifts or receive gifts. Don't lie.
So I thought about this, and when I wrote it, I was like, receive gifts. I'm like, come on, who doesn't like receiving it? And now, like, as the holidays are going on, and like I'm giving gifts, and you're reminded of this every year. Is like I'm giving gifts to people I'm not seeing during the holidays and stuff. I'm like, this feeling is just unbeatable. Like, it feels really good to just, like, selfishly, it does feel good to see that you are providing joy and cheer and happiness for someone else, and you're happy that someone else is feeling that. So genuinely, probably give gifts.
Good. Pam would be proud.
My wallet wouldn't. But, but like you said, it's like if I'm pretty easy. Like, my mom gets mad, Pam gets mad because I don't come up with a Christmas list.
Yeah.
Because one, I'm like, that's not dire. Like, it's not of dire importance. I don't need that.
Right.
And if I do, I'll just buy it myself.
Right.
So.
Okay, go ahead. I got a thought to come back to, but
Okay.
we'll keep going.
Okay.
Favorite Christmas dish?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Any particular?
Mashed.
Just mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Yeah, because.
Gravy, butter, salt, pepper. What do you
Yeah,
do?
gravy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. It's all gravy in here.
Okay.
Gravy, mashed potatoes, and gravy with ham. We do ham.
Okay.
Oh, and prime rib. So I'm probably gonna go prime rib with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Oh, that's a strong move.
We're doing lasagna this year.
We have Mandy made some lasagna. over the weekend for when her sister was in town, and we still have some leftovers. So it's delicious. She makes my grandma's lasagna recipe. It was really good.
Nice.
Anyways, favorite Christmas movie.
Hold on.
Good. You can keep your job.
It's just consistent.
Yeah.
It holds up so well.
It does.
And like that was good.
I do have a whole list of Christmas movies we're not going to go through, but
I'm defeating the purpose of rapid fire. Okay, go ahead.
favorite Christmas gift you ever received?
Well, I have a wife. I don't have a daughter.
Or a child, yeah.
In 5th grade, my mom got me an Xbox and I cried. An Xbox 360 because I was so happy. So...
That was it right
there. Xbox. Like you say all this sentimental stuff, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, mine was an Xbox, dude.
But that's great. That's so honest. I do remember one year in particular when I was still living at home. I got. Do you know what a GoPed is?
Yeah.
I got a GoPed one year, but this was like first gen, not any of the crazy stuff that these kids have now.
Yeah.
You know. But I got one, and I mean, I went everywhere on that thing. Everywhere. I mean, to me, that was the equivalent of when you get your first car. It's like signifies freedom.
Was it gas or electric?
Gas. None of it's electric
what
business.
What were the miles per gallon?
You could probably go like 700 miles on like half a gallon of gas.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And you would, I'm sorry, when did you say you got that? Did you have that when you were in college? Or do you have
No. I was probably in middle school, like late middle school when I got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a friend, and he's tall. He's like 6'1", 6'2", and he had not a GoPed, but a moped. He called it. It's a GoPed. It's a scooter, and he would ride it around. And I asked because you went to Florida. It's like because I know that is like the thing there.
Oh man,
Scooters.
I would have loved to have a scooter when I was up there.
And I'm like, that's really cool. And I just imagined him tall. He's got like long limbs.
Yeah.
And just like on the scooter, I'm like, that's awesome, Nick.
Yes.
I want to see you on that
Yes.
scooter.
Okay. So that was the rapid fire.
Yeah.
I want to know if anyone in the comments, if anyone is still watching and listening, if they have any thoughts about any of those things.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we have a pretty opinionated bunch.
We do.
But I do
That's a good
have
thing.
some thoughts on Christmas movies I would like to get to.
All right.
Actually, before I do though, there is something else I just thought about as I'm looking for my notes on the Christmas movie list here. So
Okay.
I'll get this pulled up. All right. So you talked about. Oh, Jeff says sugar cookies. I wonder who is a gingerbread? Who would choose? And if we're being honest, I just want chocolate chip cookies all the time.
Yeah.
So if there was like a third choice, it would be chocolate chip cookies.
Do you like oatmeal raisin?
Yes.
All right, good.
Let me disclaimer: there are no cookies that I don't like. I like all cookies.
Yeah. Do you like gingerbread?
I do, but if I had a preference, it would be sugar cookies. But then if you introduce chocolate chip, that's going to go above everything. A nice, warm chocolate chip cookie out of the oven.
With some milk.
With some milk. So, you were talking about Christmas lists. Like, your mom is always asking for a list from you.
Yeah.
And do you give a list or not?
No. I kind of just bring something up as they come up. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I need underwear.
Yeah,
just like, you could get
you should have like a running note of like things like that you just want.
No. And then, like, maybe something just... Because she's like, I don't want you to not open anything. Like, tell me something. So, like, an example would be like, a new keyboard for my computer.
Right.
So...
Now, do you just say, I want a new keyboard, or do you say, this is the one that I want. If you're going to buy one, this is it. Otherwise, don't do it.
She asked me what I wanted. I went in my room because I didn't have an answer, started typing. Something was up with my keys. I go, new keyboard. I told her I want a new keyboard. She said, send me a link. Like 6 minutes later, she had the link in her text messages.
There you
So
go.
I was like, that's...
Now, will she buy that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That's when I remember when I used to give lists, people would bug me, and it's like, okay. either A, you do the work and you pick whatever you think that I would like. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I will love it because I'm a very grateful person.
I'm just happy you're giving me something. Like, I'm happy you have the thought.
But if you want me to put in the work and come up with this very detailed list, I'm going to give you links. And there's an unwritten contract now between the two parties that I did the work. Here's the link. You agree to get that item. Don't use it as like, oh, well, something like it. No.
Yep.
This is the item.
This is it.
You asked, I did the work. Reward me with the exact item that I invested the time to tell you that I wanted.
And you know what? That's not to sound inconsiderate. It's just like, listen, if you're asking,
It's an unspoken social contract that exists.
Yep, that's the truth. And listen, thanks for giving me something anyway, but don't mess it up.
Right.
We had this conversation.
Right.
Don't mess it up because then I'm gonna be mad on Christmas, and you don't want that.
It's like I can speak to experience from this. Is like when somebody wants when your girlfriend wants a ring, they'll show you which ring. Don't go and get a different ring. That's the one.
That's the ring.
That's the ring. That's the one you buy.
Yep. Doesn't matter how much money you got.
Doesn't matter.
That's the ring. Take out a loan. I don't care. Put it on
It's
label.
like a mortgage on your house.
Yeah, finance that ring.
Yeah.
You need that ring.
Melissa's able. I knew I liked her. She's already been through 3 jugs of eggnog from Costco.
Whoa.
So, a quick note, if you guys don't know this about me, I am what is referred to as a lactard. So, I have to drink lactose-free milk or any dairy product. So, like my eggnog that I drink is the Lactate brand of eggnog. And real quick, no one can make jokes about this or is going to surprise me with a new joke. My dad has been needling me about that for as long as I can remember. So you're not gonna, you're not gonna make me feel bad about it. But so if they do have lactose-free eggnog at Costco, Melissa, I will accept some.
Will you have it anyway?
What?
Lactose. Like, even though you're a lactard, will you have it anyway?
No. It's serious business, Mark. Unless I'm near the commode, I'm not going near something. The ones that destroy me the most is like milk, or like a very close to milk product like eggnog or ice cream. So I can't like have a lot of ice cream. Like Breyers, for whatever reason, Breyers, very specific here. Breyers all natural vanilla. Don't give me any of that, any of the other stuff. Breyers all natural vanilla, best ice cream ever. That doesn't really destroy me. But if I go get like a milkshake or go get ice cream at Cold Stone, it's not go get ice cream and then go shopping. It is get ice cream on the way back to the house because Dad's got a pit stop to make.
But I've seen you like hammer down some pizza, so like cheese doesn't get you.
No, cheese doesn't bother me. If you've ever had raw milk, that doesn't bother me because it is not. So what happens with regular milk, and not to get like sciencey on the fun podcast, but what happens with regular milk is when it's pasteurized, it kills the lactase enzyme that allows your body to digest lactose properly. So raw milk doesn't have that. It hasn't been touched. It is like out of the cow. So I can drink raw milk, which is delicious if you've never had it, but I can drink that no problem at all.
So, again, not to get sciencey, and I'm not going to get even that sciencey, but I heard that in France, or even in this like specific part of France, their diet or lifestyle is so, like, cheese is very much involved in it, like they eat cheese at like every meal sort of thing, so they don't have issues digesting it because they've just always had it for years, like centuries and centuries. And so the reason that a lot of people here, like in the United States or even around the world, when they have a lot of cheese, is because over time the human body has evolved to not create the enzyme that helps digest cheese, and so that's why like you have a triple cheese pizza and you're in trouble a couple hours later, versus they could probably have it and be totally fine, which is like unbelievable because That's only over the course of a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
Like, for the body to do that.
Yeah, we're not actually designed to have dairy after a certain age. Like, whenever a new baby is born and, let's just say that it's breastfed for a certain period of time. After that, like, your body is evolved to not rely on that. But humans are the only ones that continue to do it, past that time for whatever reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm really encouraged by all the positive eggnog talk in the chat today. So that's pretty lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, actually no, this was back at the beginning of November. This is the investment. This was November 3rd when I created this note in my phone. This is how seriously I take my Christmas movies. We needed to come up with a list of family-friendly Christmas movies. Now, for those of you guys that are going to poo-poo on some of these, or like, oh my gosh, you didn't include this one or that one. Remember, family-friendly for...
Yeah.
The age that my kids are today. So my son is 8 and our daughter just turned 6. So movies like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, love that movie. I'm not showing it to my 8 and 6-year-old. Die Hard, love that movie. I'm not showing it to my 8 and 6-year-old.
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
Man, that movie is
Hysterical movie. Definitely not showing it to my children. So whenever I read this list, and this is most times when you hear people list things off, it's like not in any particular order. No, this is in a very particular order.
Okay.
So this is my list. Home Alone 1, number 1.
Okay, please don't put 2. It's 2 on it.
Home Alone 2 is number 2. Okay. Elf, The Santa Claus,
With Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, Polar Express,
Good one.
The Santa Claus 3.
Over 2.
2 is garbage.
2's not good.
2 is not good.
Is it even on the list?
No, it's not even on. This is just my top 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, top 10. Because we've only got so many. I can only invest so much time in watching movies at the Christmas season, right? So we had to settle at 10. So, Polar Express, Santa Claus 3, Christmas Chronicles, the one with Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
We watched 2, which just came out, like right around
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make the top 10. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, very particular, this is not the Jim Carrey one.
No.
This is not the one that came out in 2018 that we just watched overnight. This is the old school, cartoony, 30-minute one. This is the one that is shown in Home Alone.
Yes.
That he's watching. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. He's stealing stuff from the top of the tree.
Yeah.
That one. Hold on. Not done yet. You can have your thoughts in a second.
Uh-huh.
So that was 8. Number 9, Rudolph. Number 10, Frosty.
With like the stop motion.
Stop motion, yeah, claymation stuff. Yeah, we have those on Blu-ray, as a matter of fact.
I might have my people mixed up. So correct me if I'm wrong. Are you or are you not a Jim Carrey fan?
I love Jim Carrey.
Okay, I got you mixed up with someone else.
hates Jim Carrey.
Okay.
She does not like him. It's a miracle that we actually ended up together because a lot of the people that I find absolutely hysterical, she's not a big fan of.
But do you not like his Grinch, or it's just not? It doesn't compare to the cartoon.
It's kind of a, I don't know, his Grinch. I'm indifferent to it, and this was kind of a collaborative effort, right? I'm indifferent to it. I definitely like the 30-minute old school one from like the 60s that I put on here much better. But his is pretty dark and like spooky / evil.
It is.
You know? And you'll learn this one day. I'm even trying to show my kids that before they go to bed and then get woken up in the middle of the night. Like, there's a lot of thought that went into this list.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think all these are pretty safe in terms of, gonna watch it, not gonna be terrified and wake mom and dad up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So that's our top 10. Yeah, and we've watched, there's also a kind of an order in when it is appropriate to watch these things. Elf, you can kind of watch whenever. Home Alone kicks the season off. Polar Express we usually watch on Christmas Day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a kind of Christmas Day chill. Tom Hanks is in it, so it's good. It's a Wonderful Life. So overrated, Jeff. I'm sorry to say it. So overrated.
That came out when Jeff was like 20.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's a nostalgia thing for Jeff. He remembers, going to the theater to see this movie. But
no, like A Christmas Carol.
Nah, that overrated too. I'm sorry. I just could never get into those.
You're Scrooge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you're probably anything but a Scrooge.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nice. That's a
so
good
that's my Christmas family-friendly movie list.
No Charlie Brown?
No, I've never liked Charlie Brown.
Never.
Eh.
I like the Thanksgiving one, I like the Christmas one, and I like the Halloween one.
Yeah.
I think those might be the only like movies, but again, they're like 30 or 40 minutes. They're more like specials. And no Star Wars Christmas special, that's not in there.
No. No.
Cool.
Melissa Zabel says White Christmas.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I don't know that I have. Maybe I need to add this to the list.
I thought that might have been on, I think, you know what, maybe when I was in elementary school, that was on TV Land. The TV Land channel.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, it's a Christmas movie. I never watched it. I was like, I'm going to go play my Xbox.
Let's see. Charlie Brown Christmas. Mom likes that one. Sweet because he shares a true meaning of Christmas. Yes. Yeah. What is there movies that you like or that the Z Team family likes that was not on there? Now, granted, your family's a little bit older, so maybe some family-friendly movies for you guys would be Die Hard. Since it's a Christmas movie, we've determined.
Yeah, no, because we like Elf a lot. As a family, Elf's probably the top one, just because like my mom and sister love that one.
Such a good movie.
We love Home Alone. I'm not crazy about Home Alone 2, just because it's not the first.
Right.
Like, it is good. Like, I
Yeah,
think
it's the
people
same movie in New York.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Elf, Home Alone, I like the Charlie Brown one. Polar Express. Emily and I actually just watched that the other night. And it had been years, like probably since it came out. It had been years since I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really cool to watch that again. I always forget how good it is until I watch it.
It really is. Like, you just don't expect it, and then there it is.
Yep. See,
So good.
And then, let's see, I'll give you a fifth one. There's probably one that I'm not thinking of. My mind's going to Grinch, but that spot could easily be overtaken.
Now, which Grinch do you like?
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
But I like the cartoon as well, like with the old songs and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's different. It's just really good. So those are probably my top 5. So Elf, Home Alone, Grinch. There's a tie between the Jim Carrey and cartoon, Charlie Brown, and Polar Express.
Do you guys dress up in, now we're kind of moving into Christmas traditions, but do you have like matching family PJs? Do you do that or you pass that? Okay.
I don't think we were ever in that. Yeah, that was
We
never,
do that.
That was like never our thing. It's like, and I tell people this and they're kind of shocked, is we don't do Christmas cards either. Like we don't even do like family photos. Like come over, it's like.
So about that, I think we've done the Christmas card thing a couple of times, and then it's just like I don't know, we just kind of fell out of practice or life or kids or whatever. But the last couple of years, we've had them like rolling in. Like we've had a lot. We've got this board that we put them all up on, and it's nice to see people's families grow and everything. And so this year, Mandy and I were opening a couple that had come through the mail. And I'm like, I kind of feel like we should maybe also repaying this, sending our thing to people. So. Yeah, the Christmas card, I don't mind doing it all. I mean, we like getting family pictures taken, and so maybe we'll do that, but not this year, because it's too late.
Yes, you won't be able to.
But we do the Christmas PJs. So, matter of fact, Jesse, I don't know about Quinn yet, I'm not saying she's not, but Jesse will definitely follow in, like, our footsteps of, like, being super psyched about the Christmas season and everything, because he asked for matching family PJs.
Nice.
He wants the movie nights, like weekly movie night, leading into Christmas, and he's a big movie person anyway. So, we have matching a whole family set of Christmas PJs that we wear.
Are they plaid?
No, this one's got like reindeers and all kinds of stuff. They're the softest, nicest Christmas PJs ever.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, full button down. Yes.
Oh, nice. Like at one piece? Are you?
No. Still pants, but then like the shirt is like, it's buttoned down. It's legit, man.
Nice. That sounds.
It's not like these crappy you wear it one time and then they fall apart and disintegrate off your body PJs. These things are
silk.
Yes.
Silk.
These are nice.
PJs. No, we were never big on that. We never really did pictures or like Christmas cards, and like same thing ever since pretty much like being here and like gaining all my friends here is like now Christmas cards are just rolling in for the people that do them, and so it's really nice, and I like seeing that. I was gonna say something that was like, but it's gonna cause me to like never get Christmas cards again because I'm gonna look ungrateful. I'm like, man, we see like. If you got Facebook, like
oh, Facebook, I see you plenty.
But I love seeing the Christmas cards come through, and like it's cool seeing everybody get dressed up, and like everyone's like you talked about on the show. I think it was last week or the week before. It's like everybody's just more cheery around this time, and so it's cool to like see people like be quote cheery enough to like, especially in a year like this, to like. Put effort into like still do pictures and send them out because it shows like I like receiving them more for like the sentiment of like, hey, I was thinking about you when I was sending these out, and that makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and so it feels good.
Have you received any this year where you get the note of like a full year recap and they talk about like, oh, this is what little Johnny's been doing, and this is what Susie has been doing, and all the things that have been going on. Do you get any of those?
No, but the Rices sent a good one out last year or the year before. I think it was last year, and it was like a threefold one.
Yeah.
And
I haven't gotten any of those this year. I usually get a couple of them, but yeah, it's always interesting. I'm like, you're asking for a lot of investment here. You know, it's one thing for me to look at your mug. It's another thing for me to read your story. No, I'm just kidding. I really do like those. Those are funny. Those are good. Do you have any other traditions that you guys do? Like, we have ours, but I was going to give you the opportunity to share yours first.
Yeah, we just go to my grandma's. You know, we'll wake up early, we do the presents. There was this one, we've never done like are you a one present on Christmas Eve family?
So I never grew up like that, but Mandy did, and so we've always let the kids open. She usually has one picked out that they can open up on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but she'll pick it out for them.
Yes.
So there's this one year, because I had friends, and my best friend at the time did that. It was you get to choose one present, like the kid got to choose one present on Christmas Eve, except if it was like a real big one, or if the parent was like, no, you can't do that one, like do one of these ones. And I was like, Mom, I want to do that this year. And she was like, no, we don't do that. And I was like, I want to do it. No, I want to do it. Okay, fine, you can do it. Because she's like, you're going to regret it. Mom's always right. So I chose one, opened it, and I was like, well, like, I'm glad I got this, but I really couldn't have waited another, like, I mean, it's 3 p.m. I couldn't have waited like 18 hours to do this.
Right.
It's like, and so I felt so like disappointed.
What was it?
It was an Xbox game.
Okay.
It was a Call of Duty game. And so I was like, this was in like 6th grade or something, and I was just so like frustrated. I was like, dang, why didn't I listen to my mom? So we don't do that. We do presents on Christmas. We'll do all of that in the morning. And now it's cool. Like now I'm at the point to where I have the means and I have like the knowledge of what to give everybody. So it's not just like the kids opening stuff. Like we're all going around and doing stuff, and that feels good. So I guess that's the answer, is like giving gifts is better.
Yeah.
But so we'll do that. We'll have some sort of breakfast. Lately it's been like some sort of like scrambled egg casserole with like veggies and like maybe some sausage in there. Pretty healthy, actually, pretty good. And then
do you put like 12 gallons of cheese on the very top of it too?
no, but I grab 2 or 4 cinnamon rolls
Yes.
On the side, so I'll do some
Bump
of
that
those.
health quotient up just a little bit there.
That's right. Then we'll hang out for a couple hours, head to grandma's, do some presents and stuff there, and then kind of come home at night and probably finish off with like just throwing like the movie on like the TV channel, just like Helper, whatever's usually on. But that's about it. And now I'm with Emily, so we'll do something on Christmas Eve. So like I'll go to her grandma's. We've done that in years past. So I'll do that
Nice.
tomorrow night.
Did you already get her a gift?
Emily?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
She got hers. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe.
Got it.
Yeah.
So ours, all of our kind of planning in terms of when we're doing stuff depends upon what church service we decide to go to. So we always do like a candlelight church service, which is always my favorite thing to do around just, I think for a couple of reasons. One is because it reminds you of like the reason for the season. It's not for like getting your Xbox or all these gifts and everything. there is an actual, reason for it.
I mean, I guess it's no Xbox. But.
Right, it's an Xbox. I'm Savior. Anyway, so so two reasons why I love it. One is because it does remind you of that. Number two is as far back as my memories go, I always remember that that was a tradition that no matter where we were, we always did candlelight service. So whether it was the 23rd or the 24th, we would go to church and do a candlelight service. So we always decide when we're going to do that, and then everything else kind of falls into place around that. So that's the first piece. The second is, Mandy and I made the decision once we had kids, because before that, we would kind of split up the holidays between spending it with her family or spending it with mine. But we both kind of came to this agreement when we had kids. We were always going to wake up and do our Christmas in our house, or in the case that we were on vacation, like a couple of years ago, we went to Asheville and we woke up Christmas morning and did Christmas there. So that's kind of like tradition number two, is just establishing that, with the four of us opening presents on Christmas Day. So we have yet to get to the age where our kids bust in and wake us up earlier than you would ever want. Like, Mandy and I are usually up before the sun, ready to do this whole Christmas thing. And I can remember there's been years where we've been up 8:30, 9 o'clock before they've come down to do this whole deal. So anyway, so we wait till the kids get up. If it gets to be too late, we'll send the dog, or I'll go in there and wake them up, and kind of get the show on the road. But it's we're ready to rock and roll. Now, the difference between, and this was funny, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but families all open gifts differently. My family always did okay, we're going to get a gift, we're going to give it to Marc, and everyone's going to watch Marc open the gift, and then it's going to be Leah's turn, and then Pam's turn, and then Greg's turn, and then, you know what I mean? So it's one at a time, and it extends it out. Mandy's family was, all the gifts are here, and we're going to get all of Marc's gifts and shove them over to him, all of Leah's gifts, all of Pam's, everybody, and then it's 3, 2, 1, go, and they would just rifle through all these gifts. But the first time I saw it, it's this is madness, what is going on?
Foam coming from the mouth.
But it is cool. It is neat to see the different traditions, and so we've kind of adopted a little bit of a hybrid of that. So we do that. Mandy's usually got breakfast, or we're cooking breakfast at the time, so we eat, and then.
I got a question.
Yes.
How do you do a hybrid of it?
So it's kind of all right, you're gonna open a handful of your gifts, and then Quinn will open a handful of her gifts, and then we want to make sure that you see Mom open her gift that you got her, or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So it's not one at a time, but it's not just a free for all.
Right. Okay. So you'll eat, and then you'll.
Yeah, and then we let the kids. They just get in their toys and play with them for the rest of the day, and then we'll set up a movie and watch that, and just kind of hang out, and either we'll go over to my parents' house, or they'll come over to us and hang out some more and do a meal. Sometimes we do a Christmas Eve meal. Sometimes we do a Christmas Day meal. It just kind of depends on what everybody's individual schedules are. But the last piece of it is, when are you going to look at Christmas lights? And do you?
We already did.
Okay.
We, as in I went with Emily's family. Again, it's funny how opposite we are when we sit down and talk about these things, because my family, we don't do that either. It's we don't hop in the car and go look at lights. Yeah. Maybe if someone said something, be hey, do you want to go do that?
Right.
As long as you weren't doing something else, I'd be yeah, sure, why not?
Right.
But Emily's family gets down with it.
I can see that. Yeah.
We were in the car 2.5 hours Saturday night.
Well, that's a bit aggressive. Yeah. I'm not trying to go to 12 neighborhoods.
Yeah. So we went to 4 different neighborhoods. Drove around, looked at the lights, and it's just the neighborhoods they've gone to year after year. We went to their old neighborhood, which some of the houses do really well, and then normally find some place, whether it's based on donations or you pay admittance with the car, and then you'll drive through it. And so we did that. We went to some place in Waimama. It was maybe a 6-minute ride, 5 or 6 minute ride, and it was donation based, so it's not like you pay like here's $40,
Right.
and then here's your 6 minutes.
You
or
just
whatever.
kick them a nickel.
Yeah.
And then get on in there.
Yeah. So we went and did that, and then really we just went to neighborhoods, and yeah, that's about it. That's all we do. What do you guys do?
So it kind of depends. We don't have like a set day of when we go do lights, but we do have some set places that we're always going to go and see lights. So number one is our neighborhood. So whatever neighborhood we're in, we always, historically, we've always just gone and walked around and looked at the lights in whatever neighborhood we've been in, because we've never been in like a really huge neighborhood. Now, where we're at now might be a little bit different because the space between all the houses is considerably larger than some of the smaller neighborhoods we've been in. So we've been through our neighborhood, and then there's a couple in, I guess, what is it, Phase 2 of Fishhawk, where we used to live. So we've still got a bunch of friends that live in Martin Meadow, so that is one. And then I just got a good tip from Deb Pond right before she left. Paloma Glade, she said, which is right next to Martin Meadow, has some really good ones. They've got it, you can tune your radio to a particular station, and all the homes around there are kind of like queued up together.
Yeah.
And she said, you have to go there, and if you do, to hold you accountable, you need to text her to let her know that you did go and see it. Otherwise, she told me I'm going to be disappointed in you.
Yeah, so that house, it's like on the corner in Paloma Glade. It was the one house that always did it. That's cool that they got a bunch of houses synced up to the radio. I think that's like the gold standard of what to do with lights.
Yeah, so that's a couple of them. And then I can't think it for the life of me. I cannot think of the neighborhood that Jay lives in. It's one of the gated ones on the far side.
Timber-Rise?
No.
Kestrel.
Kestrel, yes, Kestrel Ridge.
Nice.
So he lives in there, and there's a couple of really good homes if you can get a code to get in there. I'm not advocating for breaking and entering, but if you can, I do know there are some really good homes in there. But the one that for as long as I can remember, just kind of like the Christmas candlelight service that we have always gone to without fail, is there's a neighborhood on Lumsden called Barrington Oaks.
That's where we went.
Yeah, and that you have to go there. Did they have the Santa Claus? Did they have Santa Claus there?
Like a big blow-up one?
No, like live Santa. So in years past, what happens, number one, it's gated, but at this time of year they open it up, and it's like bumper to bumper. I don't know if it was when you guys went, but it's like a slow roll through there because pretty much every house, it's this big kind of oval-shaped neighborhood with one little cul-de-sac, but pretty much every house has it. They have those little baggies with the lights all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legit. So we've always gone there. That's the must-see neighborhood to go to. But they haven't done it as consistently as when I was much younger. But at the very end, before you turn to get back out onto Lumsden, Santa Claus would be there, and he would hand you candy canes as you went by. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. If you guys are looking for a really great place to do some Christmas light seeing or viewing, visiting, that's the. If you're only going to go to one place, I would invest my time to go there.
Yeah.
So it's a good choice.
And if you're open to going to a lot of places, listen to the last 4 minutes.
Yes.
That'll tell you everything.
That'll tell you everything. If you're looking for a place to go for a candlelight Christmas service, I know it's a little bit of a haul, but you could go down to our church that we go to in Bradenton, Bayside Community Church. They have like 35 services over the next couple of days.
35?
I don't know. There's a lot though.
Like, wow, that's
so we're actually gonna go tonight. We go tonight to do our service.
So that was my question: is what's that look like? What's the tradition look like this year? I know you mentioned sometimes it's the 23rd. 24th.
Yeah. So I've got a little bit more work to get done today after we're done with this, and then it's pretty much not vacation mode, but it's like Christmas, mode from here on out.
Nice.
Kind of getting everything ready. So tonight we have church service. Tomorrow we'll serve at the other location that we go to that we helped plant in Riverview, so we'll be there to serve, and at least that's the plan, unless things change. And then Friday morning, wake up, gifts, do all that, and then just kind of watch as many movies as I can.
Nice. What kind of movement, if any, will you get in?
So I'll probably stick with what I always do on a daily basis, just take a bike ride. Like today, I will probably go home and do just a little bit of, just call it resistance training. But I take like a 30-ish minute bike ride every day, so it'll be that, and then get out with the kids to play in the yard. And
nice.
yeah.
I think that's good to hear that, like, hey, even though maybe the gym's closed or you're not going to be, or you're going to be out of town, it's like, hey, that, it's 30 minutes of movement, right, on the bike ride, playing with the kids. Like, you're going to be able to get outside and get some vitamin D and some sun exposure, and that's important, just as important as coming in here would be. So I think it's important for people to hear that.
Yep.
Looking at the list, it looks like we've got all of it.
Awesome.
That was the Christmas special.
Yes.
Our coaching Christmas special. I think this was episode 58. This was a shorter one, 54 minutes.
Less than an hour.
Yeah, we need to ramble on for
This is
6
the first
minutes.
time for everything. No, that'll mean that we've got a lot that we can, I think, because we will have maybe a little extra time for next week to go deep into the last episode of the year.
Yep.
And set the stage for 2021.
You gonna reveal anything crazy?
I mean, if you consider 2020 to have been crazy, yeah, maybe we'll do a little review of the year that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? I should probably ask you this off the show. Are you gonna do your yearly book review?
I am. Yeah, I've got it. I've got the skeleton of it. So I'm gonna do it in two parts. One part will be all the books that I read in 2020, save for 3. And those will be my top 3, and I'll make that my second one that comes out, because I'll probably do a little bit more in-depth, review of that. But that's my plan. And then I've already got, let's see, some of my books to read in 2021 already at the house, ready to rock and roll.
Cool.
So
good deal.
Yeah, you got 3 amazing books yesterday. I saw.
Yeah, 3 really good.
Did you start any of them yet?
No, I have not. I'm finishing this other one already. You heard of what's his name? Ken Coleman? He wrote the Proximity Principle. You heard of that book?
No.
I'm reading that right now. It's good.
Good.
It was gifted to me a few months ago. I got time all backwards because of the quarantine.
Because of the Rona?
Do you hear Christmas music?
I do. Yes.
But yeah.
All right, hold on. So
Proximity Principle.
All right, we didn't even cover this, and I'm embarrassed to say that we didn't. Christmas music.
Ooh.
We have to cover this.
Yeah.
All right. If there's one song that should never be played again.
Never?
At Christmas, we're just gonna get right into the thick of it. Should never be played again. That I never want to hear.
I know what you're gonna pick. Are you asking me or are you going first?
Well, I was asking you, and then I realized at the end there that I framed it as if I was going to say something.
Yeah. So how about I just ask you, what is that song?
That stupid Mariah Carey song.
I knew you were going to say it.
All I Want for Christmas. Never want to hear it again. It's terrible. We've actually done such a great job parenting our kids that if Jesse hears that coming on the radio, he says, turn it. Or he hits the skip button for us. I've never had a more proud dad moment than that one right there. And now, just because people get their, panties in a bunch, I'm not saying I don't think she's talented. I think she is immensely talented. But it's not for me. I don't like it. I don't want to hear that song again. My favorite song is Oh Holy Night.
Oh, good one. Nice, slow, easy, calming, Christmassy.
It's a great, I do have a lot. Actually, this is the extent to which I adore Home Alone. I have the CD soundtrack from Home Alone, and pretty much every song that's on there is amazing.
Nice.
But my favorite is Oh Holy Night.
Good choices. I don't feel like you're alone in that Mariah Carey thing. It's like, hey, it's not, like you said, you understand she's very talented, song just isn't for you. That's cool, man.
It's not for me.
That's fine.
And as long as it's not for me, it's not going to be for my family either. They will not make their own choices on that.
Manny doesn't like that song?
No. And that's when I knew that she was the one for me, when we agreed on that.
Let's see here. Christmas songs I don't want to hear. I probably have to hear it to just be like, no, this isn't a good Christmas song. You know what? I'm gonna also ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna rustle some jimmies. We got that Michael Bublé Christmas album, and I know you're a Bublé fan and you've seen him live, right?
No. What?
You haven't seen Bublé?
No.
Dude, I'm confusing you with a lot of people. Are you a Bublé fan?
I mean, he comes on at the Christmas time and I'll listen to it, but he would never be one that I would pick of like, either I want to go see him or...
I think I had like a brain injury or something because
did you drop a barbell on your head again recently?
Yeah, I think so because I'm confusing you with a lot of people today. Anyway, Bublé Christmas album? No, don't play it. It's bad. Don't do it. Because you know what? There's no reason to like, if you're following this metronome, there's no reason to not sing on beat.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. It's almost like he'll drag it out. So then, it's like you don't. It's like you don't have to. Don't do that. You're annoying, and you're ruining a good song. Best Christmas song. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, whatever.
Anything by them is fantastic. Yes.
Or Home Alone 1 theme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear Lindsey Sterling put an album, or at least put a compilation song out of like all the music in Home Alone? She's the violinist. It is utterly amazing.
She did?
Yes.
Wow.
So speaking of, and this is, I guess, tradition piece, I don't know what you're going to mark for the timestamp, maybe just Christmas music, but I am, is the day that Christmas music starts getting played on whatever station, on Pandora or Sirius or the regular radio, that's the only station that I will listen to.
Really?
Until it is off. Yeah, most people don't like that or think that it's too early or let Thanksgiving have its time. If Christmas music is on, we are playing it.
So I have a...
Unless it's Mariah Carey.
Unless it's Mariah Carey. On my on my Spotify playlist, years ago, like maybe 5 years ago, I created a Christmas playlist, and it was all of the best. Like there's... Probably put the good ones on there.
Right.
None of this crap that's just, throw it in just because it's a Christmas song. Like,
right.
And so... It's pretty popular. Like my friends will send me like pictures, and this isn't even prompted by like, hey, you guys listen to my Christmas playlist? It's like my friend was drinking eggnog like beginning of the month, and he just sent like a picture of him.
I did not know that you had this, Marc. I think you should send it to me.
It's good. I can link it.
All right.
So yeah, good thing. I'm glad you remember.
Yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot the music part because that is a huge piece of the Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
And that's all for me.
So guys, if you're going to be here, we are going to be having a class on Saturday at 9 a.m. We're going to do the 12 Days of Christmas workout. If you were here live, thank you for tuning in. If you were listening, thank you for listening to this Art of Coaching holiday special. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Christmas special.
Christmas, not holiday.
Nope.
Christmas special.
Christmas special. And yeah, thanks for listening. We look forward to next week.
Merry Christmas.
Where we will have a New Year's episode, and everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. If you celebrated Hanukkah, I hope it was great. I hope you had a good one.
Yes. Goodbye.